Hey, what's up guys, it's Oakley, and we'll be playing around with the Tomb Kings on the laboratory setting the way it was meant to be played. So, I'm going to be playing on a custom map, Desert Ruins. It's pretty awesome. It features a central city. Essentially, the premise of this is that the forces of Middenland have assembled an expeditionary force to go into the city and reclaim its lost treasures. But they have awoken the ire of the Tomb Kings, huge force coming at us. The lab settings are going to be 2 times unit size, so lots of units on the battlefield. To help my Empire troops out, or Midland troops out, I've increased the explosive damage and reload times a little bit, giving us a little bit of needed buff. My army composition is going to be a bunch of these cheap state troops with a couple elites sprinkled in, and then a pretty powerful artillery train and siege equipment train built in. So without further ado, let's hop right into this. So here before you is going to be the city itself in its, I would say glory, but glorious former glory, I guess you could say. The city is in ruins, in shambles, overcome by the desert sand, but hidden within here is treasure of inestimable wealth. And yeah, we've mustered quite an army before you. And mind you, the Tomb King's army is going to be quite a bit bigger. We can go ahead and take a look at some of its forces. Good God. Stretching across the horizon with a mass of the constructs on this flank. And look at this, the sun does not set on the forces of the desert here. Rank upon rank, climbing up into the hill here. So yeah, we're gonna have to take this a little bit strategically. So we're also gonna play this out like I always like to play out scenarios like this, which is gonna be not super try hard, and try and set it up with a bit of how to say, like just set it up like a scenario and role play a bit. So for instance, the way we're gonna role play this is we're gonna set up different stages of the battle. I'm gonna have like support staff, different generals, and yeah, I'll get back to you once the deployment is ready. Alright, welcome back. We are ready to start our assault on the city. Like I said, we're going to have a little bit of a role-playing action. So, in my assault of the city, we have different task forces. The one on the far left is going to be the suppression crew. So, the 2 mortar batteries are going to move up to the outskirts of the city, station themselves here on Overwatch of the city, and they're going to have some defenders, 2 spearman companies assigned to protect this artillery crew. Up to the center, we're going to be pushing up with quite the contingent of heroes and artillery and equipment. So we're going to have a steam tank with Boris himself. We're also going to be pulling forward with the Hellblaster volley gun, and then behind that, several companies of crossbowmen, swordsmen, and spearmen with shields. So relatively cheap state troops, but they're there to plod forward and seize central terrain in the city, lock it down, and assess back to the commander. The elites are going to be held in reserve. Halberdiers, great swords, demis, and silver bullets are going to be held in reserve, as well as the Luminarch of Hysh. We are expecting, there are reports of colossal titans, and so we're going to be staying in the back in Overwatch position. Same thing with these cannons. They're going to be staying back and actually providing suppressive cover fire. If you take a look at the range on these guys, they can strike out to about here, so that is going to be the protective cover. And we're going to tell our troops that you are safe as long as you're in this radius, and you can always beat back a retreat once a signal is given, and you will be safe. Now that is what we tell our men, not necessarily sure if it's going to be true. Now, we do have advanced scouts already in the location, the ones who preliminarily told us about the riches at hand. These are going to be the Free Company militia here positioned in front. So one by the tower here, we have one of our scouts up top giving us enemy counts, and people say he must have sand in his eyes, because there's no way the numbers he is reporting are accurate. We'll see about that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the battle and get our column rolling. And put this on pause just so we can get everything rolling. We also have witch hunters backing a bright wizard, so they're going to be moving into the city as well. Shut things down, hopefully. Let's move forward. Double speed with all of our guys. Crossbowmen are also going to seek shelter behind the ruins and probably shoot up and over that. The handgunners are going to have to get a bit up close and personal, however. So I think that's it for our advanced crew. Let's also send in the Empire Knights. They're going to be tasked with filling in the flanks and perhaps finding some open ground to contest. Meanwhile, we're going to move forward with our mortars on both sides. Set them up a little bit separated just in case something comes in and attacks them, namely Ushabti raising up from the ground. Yeah, can't ever be too careful. And these guys are going to position themselves in between. There we go. Let's watch our men move forward here. This looks so cool. Let's make sure we get Boris moving up as well. Put this on pause again just so we can get all the cinematic shots. Good God, this looks freaking glorious. I'm so excited to see this battle. I love the laboratory for this kind of setup. So here comes the steam tank eagerly moving forward. The elites, as I said, going to be holding the hilltop position as our fallback, defending the camp with our provisions and water, etc. And here come the expendables, as we'll call them, with some heroes to back them up, so we're not without skin in the game. And we also have our Empire Knights charging forward. They don't quite have the heraldry or the tassels and all the stuff you'd expect from veterans of campaigns in the desert. Knights of the Blazing Sun haven't been created yet at this point in time, though perhaps these men will adopt their standards. Looks like the mortar crew as well is getting into position. Rolling it up, calibrate our sights, set forward some scouts. And let's tell these to hold fire, put them on a group because we'll be issuing orders to them real shortly. The steam tank is also going to nestle itself over here. Boris will seek cover here. And let's get both of our knights out over position on the left. We have this nice open terrain. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the enemy forces that our scout keeps telling us about. And preliminary reports from those with spy glasses would seem to confirm what he has to say. And oh god, it is pretty scary. Tons and tons of troops moving forward. Lots of legions of the recently deceased. Actually, I don't want to call them undead. I know the lore has them, treats them a little bit differently, but let's just go ahead and call them the undead. Oh god, there's so much stuff coming at us. Although, don't tell anyone yet. State troops are still, you know, in good shape, good morale. Look at this. They've got tons of men next to them. There's no way we could be defeated here. Although the elites, perhaps knowing a little bit better, positioned up top, watching this, and they can see our columns kicking up dust. But there's quite a sandstorm brewing on the other side of this village. Alright, now that we're in the city, let's go ahead and see to our defenses. So, looks like there's multiple avenues for the enemy to come in. Let's go ahead and plop down our spearmen. We're going to be holding... Oh god. Seek cover. So the enemy's already going to start firing at us. Put this on pause. Yeah, let's get our spearmen into position. I'm gonna try and pause minimally, but this is just to get the kind of cinematic deployment all set up. I do require this. Actually, let's move you here. Let's move the second one to position angled on the right. And then our gunners, we're gonna have one gunner helping to enfilade that position. This one here also gonna be enfilading this position. And then we're gonna have our crossbowmen here to support either side. And we will support our main line here. Let's set up a gun crew. Yeah, like that. And then swords will be stationed just behind either of the spears. And then the witch hunters, let's go ahead and put them at the gaps in our formation. So we'll put a witch hunter here, put a witch hunter on the right as well, and then let's put our bright wizard holding down the center. Should be order enough for everyone. To your positions. And this bright wizard looking awesome amidst all the blue. So now we're starting to Spot traces of the enemy here. Shadows in the distance. They're just now going to be entering the premises. Perhaps their old memories, remembering what this town once was. Oh god. Alright, it's coming. Let's see. Is the mortar crew set up? Alright. They are good to go. Let's see how far their range extends. Looks like it's just about here. Just about where the Free Company militia is. That's where we're deploying. These gunners are good. Let's put the cannons on control group 2. And they're going to be covering a little bit closer. So let's pull them up a little bit. Just because I want them to be able to fire a little bit where we're holding our choke point. So there we go. Let's move him up. And let's pull him up as well. And we'll move these halberds next to our forces, just in case something charges us when we're not watching. Put a captain up front as well. There you go. Oh god. Oh no. Here it comes. Alright, let's watch from the initial scouts. See what they report. Oh god. Oh my god. This is deafening. So, 1 horn for something the size of a man, 2 horns for something twice the size of a man. I don't think we have enough horns to signal what the hell this thing is. Charging forward at the cavalry line. That is absolutely frightening. Our scouts reporting. Oh god, contacts on all fronts. Let's give the order to just charge right past this thing. I don't think we can take it. But we do need something to hold down this side. Oh god, we don't have very much. Let's have our swordsmen bottle up that gap. And yeah, let's watch from the standpoint of the cavalry. We don't have orders to engage with this foe. Push right on through. Oh. Alright, we're going to get a glorious charge. Before we do that, let's pull back with the Free Company. Back to this position. Back past the Necro Sphinx. And on this side as well, they're going to be retreating. Oh god, there's so much stuff going on here. This is going to be absolutely insane. Oh man. And our gunners aren't even in position. Swordsmen. Let's get our handgunners just about here. Great. Alright. Now I think we're ready to watch the firing of our knights, or so the charging of our knights and the firing of the mortars. I'm going to trigger the mortars here in just a second once we clear this first charge. Washing back the wave of the dead. Oh god, the Free Company militia. Nope. Keep running. Keep running. Don't let them see you. So we're going to have them pull out of that engagement. Same thing with the knights. They're going to get absolutely swamped. Let's see if they can't come back and pivot to the center, where the enemy is going to be trying to charge us. Looks like our Free Company is going down to the Cambrian War Sphinx. And we're going to have to hold. Let's watch in the center where things are engaging. And then we'll get our mortars to start firing in here soon. Oh, the suppressing shots of the cannons overhead. Looks like our men weren't told that we were going to fire at them as cannon fodder. But it is working. Cleaning up the enemy for sure. Let's go ahead and pull one of these knights back to hammer and anvil the center. And then as they pull out, oh yeah, they're going to drag this blob back and we're going to mortar that thing to death. Handgunners should be good to go. Crossbows are doing their work, destroying these Ushabti. Meanwhile over here, oh god, this Cambrian War Sphinx pulling all the way through, charging right at our Witch Hunter. Let's pop some abilities on him, see if we can't see him off. We'll send Boris to kill that thing as well. And then over here, we'll hold on to that these different flaming abilities for now. And our Witch Hunter as well will hold on to his accuse for the time being. Okay, let's go back and pivot to the center. The enemy are going to be circling around the side, so we do have to be careful about what's going to be charging. I'm going to stretch out our lines just to cover our forces there. And, oh god. Alright, let's watch from the crew here. I love the suppressing fire from on top of that hill. That's fucking awesome. Oh god, it's pulling through. Everything's pulling through. Both of our knights are routing. And in their wake, we'll watch their retreat, and then we're going to try and shell this position. Jesus Christ. No one quite understood what this was going to be like. And let's get with our second gun crew here and try and fire into this Necro Sphinx. Good God, this is dangerous. All right, let's watch the retreat of the cavalry. From this position, we'll leave our man up in the watchtower and tell him to be quiet here. So here they go, gonna be given the order to pull on through. Scatter! Where's the mortar? Where are the mortars? Here they come. Looks like those sights have been set a little short. Gonna be landing in and amongst our free company. They desperately need to hit this blob. Again, let's retarget into the center. That's where everyone's gonna be coming through. Jesus Christ. Alright, these Ushabti are routing. The steam tank is gonna hold the center. These gunners are firing, and let's see if we can't get all of our archers to focus fire on him. And where is Boris? Boris is 1v1ing this Kemrian War Sphinx. That is freaking insane. Alright. And you? Fire away. Gunners, reform the line. Oh my god. Yeah, if these guys do fall back all the way, we'll just pull them back to the rear lines there. Cool. Alright, looks like the fight is going to be taking place in the center. Now that we have our guy here, we're going to wait just a sec. Just getting beat up by this War Sphinx. Although he is pinning him in position for these cannons to fire away at everyone. Doing a lot of damage there. Oh god. Here's the center. Oh my god. Oh no, I lost my right wizard. I really wanted to cast that ability. But that's okay. We'll now focus fire on... with the mortars on this crew. Keep an eye on them. Looks like this is just skeleton warriors. That will probably kill us, but that's okay. They will have done their duty at that point. And now I think we can watch the beauty of this engagement unfold. Some Ushabti firing in. Enemy is pouring through. We need support. Here come the mortar. Zeroed in on the location. Boom. Yeah, these are really deadly shots. That's awesome. But will it be enough? Looks like we're in general collapse here. Let's tell these spearmen to hold the line. And with everything we have left, I can't even control everything. Everything is in full-on retreat. That is fucking crazy. Oh god. What will we do, Captain? You must hold. Make them pay. Oh god, amidst this retreat. What do I even have? I want a slow motion so I can see it. So the steam tank is going to hold out against this blob. Let's actually get the artillery to fire in at this central force here. Swordsmen are going to hold out against this War Sphinx, and the other one that we had pinned up against the wall, I think made its escape. It looks like they're going to start coming through here. The Hydro Titan coming up against our guys. Okay, let's get cannon crew number 2 to start firing at something. I think This is the Necro Sphinx that we want to fire at. Let's fire at this Hydro Titan, start to put the pressure on him first. Yeah, more shots coming in, and then these guys are going to hold. Our men, like we said before, are going to pull back and retreat. Not as orderly as I would have indicated earlier, but it should be okay. And with our cannons, looks like we need to really target, yeah, that. All right, our heroes have been lost, but they will pull back to our ranks, so we still have yet to use them. And that is it. Okay, let's get back into the action. There we go. I do want to get some shots of this. Oh god, that mortar position is just awesome. There goes. The steam tank is going to seal its hatch, welded shut if they even can, and just hold strong. We'll give it the covering fire it needs. That's really cool. Oh god, here it comes. So everything's coming forward. It looks like my front ranks have been shattered here. The Empire Knights are still alive. Let's get them to charge back into those skeleton forces. Free Company Militia here. All the orders will be reneged. No one is allowed to run. These knights are going to be reformed as well. Yeah, let's get the knights in there, and I think the rest will hold. Hydro Titan is taking fire, and let's pull back Boris to this flank. Let's also get some handgunners into position on this hill. Pull forward with some of these halberds. Yeah, and let's tell him to hold fire for now. I think we're good. Yeah, charge to those Nehakara warriors. And we'll wait for these troops to start to come back as well. Get them on the flank there. All right. Oh, brutal. I didn't even see that we had a War Sphinx here. That is crazy. Let's watch on this flank. Hydro Titan here, just standing, daring us to shoot into him. And then continuing forward, slowly but surely. God, this is such a freaking insane battle. So this line is holding. Let's see if we can't pull back our mortar crew a little bit and then set up a second defense against these guys. Should be able to hold. Looks like the charge of the two knights worked beautifully against this force here. Halberds are going to be committed, and then let's get with our crossbowmen back to the rear ranks. Spearmen with shields also going to be told to go to the front, and then these guys are all going to shoot. We're going to focus fire on this guy. And yeah, this Hell Blaster crew, you can chill in the back. These handgunners are also going to be told to just everyone to your positions. Greatswords also need to spread out. And if we need to engage with the halberds, we can do just that. Let's send them against a Cimmerian War Sphinx. Yeah, and that should be good. We'll save the other demis over... yeah, we'll save them. We'll put them on the rear ranks here, on the left, actually, so they can help. Meanwhile, the fire continues against that Hydro Titan, but more infantry are going to be pouring forward. Do we have anything left in the city? It looks like the steam tank is still hold strong. Actually, I gave a false order. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, mortars are going to pull back, and let's see if we can't get them to fire into this front rank. You will continue to fire there. All right, let's get back into battle here. Ooh, pause. Sorry, I'm getting so excited. I do definitely want to get some of these abilities. We haven't been able to pop that just yet. So let's see if we can't get a flaming head off in this direction. That'll help us hold. And let's deploy the great swords on the right flank. All right. Ooh, and this Luminarch has been holding fire. Let's get him to shoot this Cimmerian War Sphinx. And let's watch this flaming skull right next to Boris. There we go. Coming down the hill, defending our position. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Let's see if we can hold the War Sphinx at the top. The last holdout. Everyone fire point blank. See how much damage we're putting on. Ooh, that is a lot. That thing is getting destroyed. Alright, great swords getting there. Front ranks are still holding. So we don't have much to hold this back, but let's get literally everything here. Fire at this War Sphinx. And these spearmen with shields. Get into those Nehekara warriors. Let's commit these guys down the center. It looks like Ushabti were raised on top of our men, but the great swords can take them out. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Hyrule Titan moving up on the left. Good God. And Demis, let's recommit over here. Boris pulled to the back. Oh God, we're running out of options. Let's hammer an anvil, free up our guys. And then over here, I do want to see how this fight is going with literally everyone focusing fire on this War Sphinx. I think we should be able to take it out. Demi's circling back on the front line here to help reinforce. And this Hyrule Titan pushed all the way through. Trying to sever the link between the horses and the cart there. But I think point blank we should be able to fire into him. Let's retrain. And come on, point blank, buddy. Looks like our demigriffs are routing. I'm actually going to pull him out of that fight so he can better attack. Let's commit our great swords. Our general was holding at the cannons, but is now being seen off. Oh God, 2 of these giant monsters. Oh Jesus, we're getting completely overrun. Alright, let's slow-mo this. Try and recover anything we have in the rear. Demis with halberds will go towards cleaning up that Hyrule Titan. This flank is getting completely wrapped up. I think great swords can hold here. Handgunners are going to be pulled back to the rear. Let's get our great swords committed against this block. Try and save these halberdiers. And oh, let's watch the demise of this Hyrule Titan. This may be the first on the hill to die. Get in there. Bring her down, bring her down, bring her down. So many projectiles bouncing off him. There he goes. Power down, you son of a bitch. Doom. That's awesome. Another one bites the dust. Alright, so with that, the Demis have expended themselves, but let's see if they can't charge into the back of the skeleton warrior crew. Mortar's still somehow up and running. Let's get them to get a parting shot over on those guys. And this other crew still somehow alive. Good God. Everything's routing. Let's peel them around. Start to get some fire on here. You will start to hit some of these sepulchre stalkers. This guy here as well is going to need to fire. And let's get Boris into the back of these skeleton warriors. Actually, just hold strong. And where are you? Somehow he's been bullied all the way over to the back. Let's pull him back into the fight as well. I would love to cast some of that, actually. Let's get it here. That would be awesome. All right. I think we're good to go. Steam Tank is also going to be told to come back. Oh, here comes the burning head. Burn. Burn, you bitches! This is awesome. Man, that was nice. Would have been better, perhaps, on this force, on the flank. Looks like with that, he is killed off. Oh god, starting to get a chain route. Looks like the Ushabti got to him. Starting to get to a bit of a chain route. Captain has died. If Boris dies, that may be it. Oh god, this huge blob. Christ. We need our steam tank back desperately, but it's in the back fighting the good fight. Let's pull these witch hunters back as well. Oh, geez. Oh, God. Here goes the army. Here goes the army, sir. All right. Well, if it's going out in glory, let's watch it in its full glory and full speed. So it's a worthy defense, but even the elites couldn't hold this final battle. The screaming catapult also getting in here. And there it goes. Looks like the ancient city has been reclaimed by the dead. Boris still holding out. But with that, a complete collapse of everything we know. They sense the presence of yet one living soul in the city, and that is the man manning the steam tank. So here they come, writhing through the desert back towards the center of the city, where it all started. Damn, that was brutal. So had I had my wizard cast that last ability on this blob, I could have taken out a decent amount, but still, this was a huge chunk. And I think by the time he even got close, he probably would have been killed, chased down as he was by these various Cambrian war sphinxes, full Ushabti guys. Good God, this is scary. My men died to the man defending these areas. Let's see what the steam tank has been up to. Fighting these Ushabti. Doing pretty good, but I think he's about to go down to these bowmen in the back. Pin-cushioned here. Oh my god. Ignominious death. And who knows? Maybe 100 years from now you come back and this will be a new buried treasure. All the arms, weapons, equipment, and goods of this old army that was defeated. It'll draw in the next army, and then the next army, and then the next army after that. And soon, just below the sand here, will be tons of corpses and treasure, making an even bigger stockpile for the next person to come over and claim. So anyways, that was a hell of a battle. I really recommend you download this map. I think it's just called Desert Siege or Desert Oasis, something like that. Very, very cool. And yeah, play around with the lab settings and try and do a survival in the city. Good God, I had so much fun with this. Let's end the battle and take a look at the final stats here. I presume they're going to be pretty crazy, especially on some of the mortar crew. And yeah, they were 208. Steam tank only says 41. That's kind of surprising. But yeah, tons of kills on the mortars. Demi's doing really well. The state troops that were thrown in didn't do super hot, but that was their main goal. They were there to hold fast against the enemy and allow the mortars to do their work. Spearmen, surprisingly, 286, 1112, really good on them. My hero's doing, decent. Could have gotten more kills with the Bright Wizard, but he was out of position at that point in time. The siege train being very important in this this go-about. And yeah, that was so fun. Hope to do more of that in the future. And well played to my opponent, the Doom Kings, with the Grand Hierophant of Katep. I yield to your greatness here, and the greatness of these War Sphinxes with 216, 147 on the Ushabti with great bows. Yeah, this brutal core was hard to deal with. The low tier guys actually doing pretty well against my routing troops. Yeah. Ned Kara is pretty powerful as well. Didn't have much of a counter, but then again, I wasn't going for the win. This was more of a fun setup. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and definitely check out Invicta Gaming. We'll all be uploading a lot more of this type of content in the future. So yeah, see you in the next one. Peace out.